From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And on the mound in this one, Christopher Sanchez. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Xavier Edwards leading things off and takes a strike. On the ground. Boom. Throws on to first. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. And when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Connor Norby in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Otto Lopez in now. Takes ball one off the plate. 2 out, space is empty. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Just missed. Two 1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground to first, and it goes just foul. To third. And it gets by him.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Eric Wagaman stands in now and watches strike 1. Snap throw to first.
No,
Lopez back in on a dive. In for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Lopez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one the other way, and no one can get there. Lead runner around second. Coming home. The relay throw. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Edward Cabrera.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. And there's a curve through for a strike. Here's your 1. Just off the inside edge. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. That's out to center field. Myers settles under it. And it's caught for the out. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Kyle Schwarber.
Just really solid numbers. He's coming off of a month where he hit over 350. So when you talk about solid at-bats, taking the walks, driving in some runs, he's doing it all right now.
Trey Turner at the plate. First pitch misses. And another ball.
2-0.
And that is out of play. One down, base is empty.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Turner pops it up. Lopez puts it away, and there's 2 away.
Batting third, first baseman, Harper.
Here's Harper now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Ball 1 to Bryce. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
That one missed. And there's a ball. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. That's inside, and that's ball 1. late on that fastball.
Cold
I got
night
one ball,
tonight,
one strike.
Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out
One
of the
ball,
zone.
2 strikes.
Next
Nope.
pitch is
Outside.
outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out. One left for Philadelphia, and it remains 1-0. New inning getting started. Here's the center fielder, Dane Myers. Sanchez back to work. Right through there for a strike. And that one is inside. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
That's down and in. Pitch misses outside, and the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one misses.
Nope.
So a leadoff walk.
Batting seventh, right fielder.
And here is Griffin Conine. Just missed. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back. Gone. His second of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
That one fouled off. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the top of the second. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's the catcher, Rob Brantley. Fouled off. He was late. Sanoha gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Nope.
And that's
2
down
balls,
and away.
1 strike.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another.
I got 3
In
and
the
2.
dirt, blocked. Not in time. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Back to the top of the lineup. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Grounded out his first time. And that's in there at the knees.
When you're
0-1.
struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Schwarber settles under it and makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Connor Norby.
At the plate, Connor Norby struck out looking at his first at bat. Not
Ball
even
one, no
close
strike.
there. Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. Bottom of the inning, Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Fastball for a strike.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game. Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Going to count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now batting Max Kepler. And that drops in for a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now it's JT Realmuto. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. There's a strike.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
That one finds the zone. 0-2 now.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts the running game down.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Two on, 1 out. Boom. Digs in now. Just missed. Second and third, 1 away. Bottom half of inning number 2. There's a swing and a miss.
1-1.
The 1-1. That one down the line. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Just missed.
Outside.
Realmuto at third with 2 away. And that one is downstairs. And now 2-0.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
That just misses. 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Two outs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
This is Bryson Stott. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Outside.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 aboard, 2 outs. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Missed with a changeup. Now 3-1. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
2 on, 2 outs. And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Trey Turner now. Yeah, don't need much damage here. Just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
1-0.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Pitch misses there. Ball 2.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
That's a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 outs. Bases are full. That one not close, and that's ball 3.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
3-1 is on the way. Swing and a miss as he was out front. So all 3 runners will be off with a full count pitch with 2 away.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie this ball game up. Maybe even take the lead if they can get something deep into the gap in the outfield.
Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
So bases all loaded up. Here comes Bryce Harper. Walked his first time.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Fires to the plate. Tag, not in time. He's safe. 4-3, they take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First and second, 2 outs. Now the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
And that one in the air center field. Myers brings it in, and that is the inning. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Phillies 4 and the Marlins 3. On to the 3rd inning. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Lopez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 26 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the Major League average.
Eric Wagaman now at the plate. Doubled his first time up. That's inside. Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. This one smoked, could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
One out, runner at second. Stowers, the next to hit. And there's a strike. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next pitch is outside. Next offering is fouled back. Man at second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So up next, Dane Myers. He reached out a walk his first time. And a foul ball. Wagaman at second with 2 down. In the dirt, and the count is 1-1. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores to tie it up, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-4.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Runner at first with 2 away. And at the plate for Miami, Griffin Conine. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now tied 4-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. And digging in for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. That clips a corner. Next offering is downstairs.
Ball, that's out.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
The count's full.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that one hammered, raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Max Kepler at the plate. Singled and scored his first time. that one
That's
just
outside.
misses. A ball and no strikes. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
One ball.
Benny really
Two
sells the changeup with that arm action.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That one
Inside,
just missing inside, and it's 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and they come away without an out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Real Muto in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. And we are tied 4-4. On to the 4th. Here's the left fielder, Javier Sanoja. Line drive. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now here is Rob Brantley. Drops a bunt down the first base side. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, that was going to be a really tough one to turn 2 on. So a nice job to get the out at second right there. Hold on to the baseball. Shortstop clearly paid the price, but that kind of comes with the territory.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike. Man at first, one away. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Tag. Ow. A bullet from JT Real Muto.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That one almost got him. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now Connor Norby. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Edwards off of first with 2 away. Outside and 1-1. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
The 1-2. There goes the runner. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here, Citizens Bank Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Alec Bohm. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
That one finds the corner. And that is strike 2. Miami's bullpen with some action. Max Meyer, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Quantrill, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Tied at 4. Foul ball still 0-2. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Edward Cabrera gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. Connor Gillespie on to pitch here.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
So digging in, Johan Rojas worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
struck him out looking.
Now batting.
And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Bryson Stott. He's 0 for 1. That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Nope,
Next
down.
offering is down low.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That misses.
No
And
strike.
that's ball 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
First and second, 1 out. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Turner. That one clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Got him swinging.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
So Harper stands in and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next pitch is outside. And that one fouled off. And that's off the inside edge. Yeah, that's ball 2. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Phillies leave a couple. This game's all tied at 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Otto Lopez. Sanchez back to work. And that one almost got him. On the ground to short, Turner. Whips it across. 1 away here in the 5th. Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Go ahead run on base. And now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. And that misses. Ball 1. Tied at 4. Swinging a foul straight back. That one almost got him. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And up next for Miami, Dane Myers. A walk, and he's also singled. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. And we are tied 4-4. Back here in Philadelphia, stepping in, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
You know, these Phils really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Not close with that one, and the count is 1-2.
No, inside.
And downstairs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Castellanos.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. Schwarber gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swinging a foul out of play. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And now for the Phillies, Max Kepler. He's 2 for 2.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1 away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. Last half of inning number 5. And that one is in the dirt. And now it's even 1-1.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
That one not close. The count now 2-2. Fastball is outside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the speedy catcher, JT Realmuto. 1 for 2. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fought off foul. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Next offering is outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
And that is a good eye on a pitch down low and a full count now. Alec Bohm in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 on, 1 out, and they're all loaded up.
Oh, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
And here comes Alec Bohm. Golden opportunity right here. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
And the 0-1. Ball 1 there.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one outside. 2-1. And that is out of play.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And it remains 2-2. Bases loaded, 1 away. Lined, and that's a base hit. 1 runs in. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And they take a 2-run lead. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
First and second, 1 out. And stepping in is the speedy Johan Rojas. On the ground to third. Here's Lopez for 1. And that's 2. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 5 innings complete. It's the Phillies 6 and the Marlins 4. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Matt Strom. This southpaw has been really good against left-handed hitters.
Leading off for the Marlins.
off the plate inside. And it's 1-0. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Orion Kerkering getting loose out there. Banks getting cranked up as well. Slapped foul. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Now the left fielder, Javier Sanoja. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Check swing, called strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Rob Brantley will hit next. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Brantley goes 6'1", 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And it's 1-1. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering upstairs. Upstairs. That one pulled foul.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Konai, the base runner at first with 1 out. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Turner tossed to second, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Top of the order, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Marlins 4. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the 6th inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Fastball for a strike. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Jesus Tinoco getting ready to go. Now he breaks his bat. On the run, throw to first. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base. Here's Trey Turner. Right through there for a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Hit in the air, right field. Konai. He makes the grab. 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. First pitch, and he just misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And another ball. There's a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Foul ball. Down on strikes, looking for the 2nd straight plate appearance. Phillies down in order. They're up 6-4. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Orion Kerkering.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 3. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Swing, and it's a flare down the right field line. Makes the catch. 1 down. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That to right. Kepler squeezes it, and there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Just missed.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And it's fouled away. Next offering is in for a strike. And misses inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Oh, he botches it. Still able to fire over. And that is that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Anthony Veneziano.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
For the Phillies, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
one
Nope.
missed.
Counts 1-0.
There's the strike at the knees. And the count even
1-1.
1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's
2
way
balls, 2
outside.
strikes.
2-2. And they'll do it again. That's too low. 3-2 now.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 out now.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off.
Castellanos, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. He swings and fouls 1 off. Just misses with that one. Next pitch is outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That one is hammered right field, ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, right fielder, Max Kepler.
2 down, base is empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. That
That's a
misses. Ball 1. Fastball for a strike. Two down, nobody on.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
So, runner at second, 2 down. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Right through there for a strike. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 7-4.
Well done. Drives in the run. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now it's Alec Bohm. And ball one. Real Muto off of first with 2 away. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-1.
Fly ball to right. Conine under it. He's there. He's got it. And that will end the inning. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. And now the first baseman, Eric Wagaman. Kirkering back to work.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And that's in the dirt.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Stowers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Line drive, come on.
Great diving catch on the line drive, and the ground does not cause a fumble. Great athleticism on that play right there.
2 outs, base is empty. And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Phillies 7 and the Marlins 4. Jesus Tinoco gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now for the Phillies, Johan Rojas. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Pulls that one foul. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. breaking ball misses outside. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
That was a pretty fun at bat right there, but you kind of hate to see a long battle like that end on a questionable call. I think he was right in letting it go. Frustrating result after he fought so hard at the plate.
So up next, Bryson Stott. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Fouled off left side. Pitch misses. Now 1-2. Movement in the bullpen. Max Meyer appears to be getting loose. One down, base is empty. And that one missing low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Stays alive. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Turner in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two outs. That missed by a lot. 1-2 to count. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing here this half. Through 8 full. It's the Phillies 7 and the Marlins 4. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jordan Romano. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. He's already homered here in this one. That's a strike, 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Now a slow roller to second. Stop. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
He's 2 outs away. And the batter now, Javier Sinoja. Romano in his 6th season, 31 years old, and he was born in Canada. Ball one, no strikes. One down, base is empty. Sinoja tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing, he held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Got him looking. Now only 1 out remaining. And now Rob Brantley, 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And that drops in for a strike. The Marlins trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Romano is just 1 strike away. Good job to fight that one off. And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. And a base hit into right center field. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. Next to hit, Connor Norby. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Tying run at the plate. And that's fouled off. The tying run at the plate. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out. Two on, 2 outs. Off the mark there.
It's 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.